What's up, guys? This is Criteria from Universal Broadcasting ENT, and welcome to my channel. What's up, guys? Welcome back. We're going to be sticking to the superhero theme today. So what we're going to do is look at the history of all the Lantern Corps from Green Lantern and see what we think. Let's not waste more time. Let's hop right into it.
Today's episode of Variant is brought to you by Domain.com. Today on
Thank you, Variant, for letting me watch your videos.
History of all the Lantern Corps.
This is going to be kind of interesting. Let's do it.
Welcome to Variant, where we love comics more than I want to drive the
cool Batman shirt.
Batman v Superman. Actually, that's probably a tie. I'm your host, Aris Quinones. One of the most requested history of episodes.
What's up, Aris Quinones?
Has been a history of all the Lantern Corps, which is what brings us to today's episode. So for all of you who've wanted this episode for a while now and have waited ever so patiently,
yeah,
here you go.
Definitely. Let's do it. History of...
Before I get into talking about all the corps, I just want to note that I have to cover 9 different Lantern Corps, so obviously I'm not going to be able to tell you every single thing about each corps. Of course, everything I do
I'm excited to see this.
The main points you need to know, including telling you each of their oaths. So if I miss something, you now know why. Getting into it, all the Lantern Corps come from the emotional spectrum, which are the energies created by the emotions of sentient life, visible as different wavelengths of light. Now, that's just a brief summary of where all the corps and their powers derive from, but let's get into the actual corps.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's start with the most popular of them all, the Green Lantern Corps. At the beginning of the universe, the population of the planet Multus evolved into powerful and highly intelligent beings. They soon colonized a planet situated in the center of the universe, Oa. From then on, they called themselves Owens. After one of their own, the renegade Krone, performed an experiment that nearly annihilated all of creation, the Owens promised from that moment forward to combat evil throughout all regions of space, no matter how desolate, as the self-appointed Guardians of the Universe. The Guardians of the Universe eventually created the Green Lantern Corps around 3 billion years ago.
Hal Jordan.
And as most of you know, the Green Lantern Corps became an intergalactic police force dedicated to the promotion of order and democracy throughout the universe.
I can't wait until the next Green Lantern movie comes out.
A sector of the universe in
where it's going to be good cop, bad cop.
From any possible threat. The Green Lanterns wield green light, which is the power of will. So the stronger the wearer's will, the stronger the Lantern's constructs become, and the stronger the Lantern becomes overall. Now, of course, I can't forget the Green Lantern Oath, which sounds a little something like this. In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power, Green Lantern's light. And as you'll see, all of the other Lantern Oaths sort of follow the Green Lantern Oath format. Moving on, we have the Sinestro Corps and the Yellow Lanterns. The Sinestro Corps is a mirror organization to the Green Lantern Corps. Its members are chosen from those who can instill great fear and are given Cordian yellow power rings.
It's the fear
considered to be the evil equivalent of the Green Lantern Corps. After Sinestro's defeat at the hands of Hal Jordan and Kyle Rayner, Sinestro retreated to Qord, where he began building his own corps based off his yellow power ring and the power of fear, embodied by Parallax. The purpose of doing so was for Sinestro to form his own corps that would enforce his vision of order, of which he had always been at odds with the Green Lantern Corps during his time as a member. He built the Sinestro Corps in secret, recruiting beings from all sectors of the universe in the same way the Guardians of the Universe did for the Green Lanterns. And side note, having the power of fear is kind of freaking awesome, and when they made Scarecrow Yellow Lantern, I was like, yes, that.
Oh, that's cool. Scarecrow Yellow Lantern.
It's definitely one of my favorites, and it's as follows. In blackest day, in brightest night, beware your fears made into light. Let those who try to stop what's right burn like his power, Sinestro's might. Next, we have the Lanterns of Rage, and they would be the Red Lanterns. They are parallel of the Green Lantern Corps. The Red Lantern Corps is fueled by the light of rage. Their corps was founded by Atrocitus. He's one of the 5 surviving members of the massacre of Sector 666. Atrocitus anointed the Red Lantern in blood and harnessed the emotional spectrum's red light of rage. They're definitely one of the more popular corps out right now, and one of my favorites. They even have their own New 52 title. And somewhat recently, they had Guy Gardner and Supergirl become a Red Lantern. But now you want to know their oath,
Supergirl became one.
With blood and rage of crimson red ripped from a corpse so freshly dead, together with our hellish hate, we'll burn you all, that is your fate. Yeah. They're definitely one of my favorite Lantern Corps. Next, we have the Orange Lantern Corps, the Orange Corps. Avarice or Greed. The orange light has only one wielder, the thief Larfleeze. Larfleeze and the orange power battery are essentially just Gollum and his precious from the Lord of the Rings. Larfleeze jealously guards his precious treasure, living in complete isolation on the assumption that anyone he encounters is out to steal the orange light from him. The Guardians of the Galaxy negotiated a non-aggression pact with him a long time ago, stating he would never unleash the orange light on the universe in exchange for the Guardians leaving him alone. Which led to the long-lasting prohibition at
cool
the
plea deal.
lanterns entering the Vega system, which is where he lives. However, this pact was eventually shattered, and Larfleeze, or Agent Orange as he likes to call himself,
Agent
unleashed
Orange.
the terrible power of the orange light, which allows him to create deadly
I've heard that
aftermaths
before
of
in
those he
politics,
has
but we
slaughtered,
won't get
allowing
into
him to
that.
create entire Orange Lantern armies from his victims. And now the Orange Lantern Oath, and I'm not joking, it goes just like this. What's mine is mine, and mine and mine, and mine and mine and mine, not yours. Now, if you couldn't tell from that, Larfleeze
That's
is
the
definitely a
easiest
fun
one to
and interesting
remember.
character, and I recommend checking out his
Not
one-shot
yours.
Christmas special, which is pretty hilarious. On to the next core, we have the Blue Lanterns, powered by the Blue Light of Hope. The Blue Lantern
That's where
Corps
I would
has
be,
been
in the
tasked
Blue
with bringing
Lanterns.
hope to the desperate universe, to see it through the dark times that lie ahead. They are both
My favorite
the
color is
strongest
blue,
and
so of
weakest
course
the
I'd be a
Lanterns.
Blue
The Blue Lantern
Lantern.
Corps was founded by Ganthet and Sade, two former guardians of the universe. For daring to acknowledge the Blackest Night prophecy, they were banished from Oa. After their exile, they settled on the planet Odom to create the first Blue Lantern power ring and eventually the Blue Lantern Corps itself. What's interesting about the Blue Lantern Corps is their protocol has the newest member select the next candidate for the Corps, which is kind of cool if you ask me. As for the oath, it goes like this. In fearful day, in raging night, with strong hearts full, our souls
Those are cool. I want one of those.
In the war of light, look to the stars, for hope burns bright.
I want one of
Next
those
is the
shirts.
Indigo
That'd be
Corps,
cool
or
to
more
see.
accurately, the Indigo Tribe. The Indigo Tribe was a mysterious group that had harnessed the power of the Indigo
I'm gonna
light
look online and see if I can find a shirt for that.
Their creation was
Because I would love to
traced
have a
through
Blue
Lantern
Lantern
Absor
shirt.
during
That'd be
service
dope.
with the Green Lantern Corps. At some point, he came to the planet Noct that was being besieged by aggressive explorers that had enslaved the native inhabitants. They coated the Indigo Light on their weapons and realized that their attackers struck by it suddenly felt remorse as well as regret over all their actions. After this, Abensor decided to harness the Indigo Light of compassion. Abensor did this once he learned of the Blackest Night prophecy. The Indigo Tribe uses a staff as their lantern, but they also have indigo rings. Regarding their oath, it's in another language.
They have rings and staffs. That's cool.
Translated it for you guys. In sorrowful day and misfortunate night, we help those who need our might. With the lantern power of Abensor, we rid your misery with compassion of might. Now again, that's just a rough translation. Moving along, we have the Violet Lanterns, or the Star Sapphire Corps. They use the Violet Light of Love. Originally, there was only one Star Sapphire, and that was Carol Ferris. In the Silver Age of the comics, she was both a friend and foe to Hal Jordan. She was imbued with the power of the Star Sapphire, which made her mad with love. The power was given to her by
it's like a love type thing.
It was revealed by the prophecy in the Book of Oa that numerous Lantern Corps would emerge. It became apparent that the Star Sapphire Corps would be one of them. After one of the Cimmerians was possessed by a Star Sapphire gem,
kind of like a Valkyrie, it looks like.
That the gems were simply too overpowering
from
and
Marvel.
unyielding to use. So the
Only
Cimmerians decided
way
to
better.
learn from the Guardians of the Universe and refashion the gems into power.
They have
rings
actually
to create a
powers.
Core. Unlike the gems, the wielders of the rings were aware of their actions and could control the impulses of the rings.
That's
in
cool.
doing so, they changed the legacy of the Star Sapphire from being a single villain to a group of heroes. Their oath is as follows. For hearts long lost and full of fright, for those alone in blackest night, accept our rings and join our fight. Love conquers all with violet light. And now we're down to our two last Lantern Corps, the second to last one being the Black Lanterns. The Black Lantern Corps is composed of reanimated bodies of former heroes, villains, and even normal people from all across the DC.
That's interesting.
They are powered from the corpse of the Anti-Monitor and led by the Black Hand. They have the power to raise the dead, so, as you guys may have guessed, their power is death. Necron, who's the embodiment of death and darkness, birthed the Black Lantern Corps into existence. On Earth, a villain called Black Hand became increasingly aware of the black power within him. Realizing what was required of him, Black Hand killed himself and rose from the dead as the herald of Necron's power.
He really killed himself?
A horde of black power rings that scattered through the universe to recruit the dead into the Black Lantern Corps, beginning the Blackest Night. Now, if all that sounds awesome, that's because it is.
That is pretty cool.
Superheroes are
not gonna lie, that is pretty cool.
Especially the Black Lantern Batman. He looks awesome.
What?
Speaking of awesome, we have the Black Lantern Oath. The blackest night falls from the skies, the darkness grows as all light dies.
I've got all the Superman, Wonder Woman.
By my black hand, the dead shall rise. And finishing out our Lantern Corps is the White Lantern Corps. As you would expect, the White Lanterns are the opposite of the Black Lanterns, and the opposite of death is life, which is what the White Lanterns are all about. The white energy constructs are powered by life itself. The White Lantern Corps was formed when Hal Jordan merges with the Entity. For those of you who don't know, the Entity is an ancient creature that is responsible for the creation of all life in the DC universe. Once the White Lantern Corps was formed, they went up against Necron and the Black Lantern Corps at the end of Blackest Night. The white light is the first.
I wish I had some like cartoons about this or something, man. I'd be watching those. I'd be really interested to really see how each
color of the emotional spectrum
works.
And use the powers of each color. The white ring also
allows
the
power of
you
each
to
color.
access the rings of any member of any of the other corps and observe these members.
Wow,
basically what I'm saying
that's
is
cool.
If you're White Lantern, you're a BAMF. What's most notable about
You're
the
OP
White Lantern
if you're a
Corps
White
and
Lantern.
the White Light is it's responsible for bringing a bunch
Overpowered.
of heroes back to life who were previously dead pre-New 52, like Martian Manhunter, Aquaman, and Hawkman, just to name a few. And more recently, in the comics, Kal Rayner has become a White Lantern. But now you all want to know the White Lantern
That's cool.
zone, which goes like this. Brightest day and brightest night, let my ring shine the brightest light. When evil comes, I will join the fight. The power of the White Lanterns is the strongest might. Like I said at the beginning of the episode, I didn't mention everything about each Lantern Corps, but I think everything I did mention is suffice and gives you a pretty good overview of all the Lantern Corps.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's some good information.
Some reading recommendations. You have Green Lantern Blackest Night, Green Lantern Brightest Day, Red Lanterns Volume 1, Blood and Rage, and Green Lantern New Guardians Volume 1, The Ring Bearer, just to name a few.
Alright, let's do it. Alright guys, well that's what I thought about that video. That was pretty cool to learn all those different, I'm calling them houses, of lanterns. Like the white lanterns look super cool, the blue lanterns look super cool, the love lanterns look cool, green lanterns, all of them really look cool. I didn't even know there was that many, honestly, to be quite honest with you guys. I just thought it was the yellow and the green, and the red. I knew about the red too. But you guys let me know what you guys thought. Did you guys know there was that many houses? Did you guys know there all the different powers that they had from each house? And you guys just leave a like, leave a comment down below. We'll have a discussion about this, or if you have any suggestions for any other videos you'd like me to do, I can go ahead and do those too. I will leave the original link down below so that you guys can go check on some more of their videos. And until next time, let's keep it going.